Hello, welcome to the channel. This is the very first video that's going out, which was meant to go out back at the end of January. However, I'm an idiot and completely just been tied up with loads of other things going on. Couldn't get my head right and just decided to basically go. So this is the first one. This is taking you right back to the end of January to give you an update of what's happened. And then obviously after this, there will be a video to come out to show the testing that's happened previously. I am off to Liverpool today, so it's currently the 26th of Feb. Nearly forgot there, don't know how, but hey ho. So yeah, I'm off for testing, so you'll see a second phase of that, and then I'll give you an update to what has been going on post this, and obviously the testing phase and things like that. So hope you enjoy, and I'll catch you all in the next video, where you'll see what happened in the first phase of testing, and then obviously the next one after that will follow with the second phase of testing. So enjoy. I'll catch you all very soon. Good evening. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to 2025. And I know we're about to go into Feb because it's the 29th of January, but hey ho, welcome. So yeah, my name's Lyndon Longhorn. For those of you who don't know me, I've been in Paralympic sport for 12 years and I retired from para-swimming in 2024. So yeah, we're on to a new adventure. What is that adventure, you may ask? A little bit of a crazy one, and everyone thinks I'm absolutely mental for doing it, but that's what I'm here for. So this year in 2025, I have set out to do an Ironman. The aim is to do it in 24 hours. So basically no sleep, no stopping. It's literally boom, swim, bike, marathon. Now, for those of you who don't know what is the distances, it's a 2.4 mile swim, it's 112 mile on the bike, and then it's obviously, like I've just said, it's a marathon in between. So the aim is, because I'm a quad amputee, to do it in that time frame of a 24 hours time set. So whether that's from 9 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock the next morning, or 10 or 10, whichever, but it'll be around about September time is what we're looking at the minute. So I'm going to bring you up to speed with where we're at the minute. Obviously, this is going to be for charity. So the two charities basically that I'm working with at the minute, so obviously the main one is meningitis, and that is because that's what I had at 8.5 months old. Now I'd feel bad if I didn't do it for them, basically, because they've been close to my heart all my life, and I feel like it's the right thing to do, and to show people that it doesn't matter what your disability is, you can go out there and tackle it and push it to the absolute max, and you can believe in yourself to push that to the next level. So this is all about overcoming your disability to make it more of an ability. The other thing as well is around mental health. So obviously the challenge, I'm doing it by myself. The reason for that is I've gone through a lot of things, and I've been through mental health myself. I've had a lot of help with psychologists over the years from coming out of sport and being in sport and things like that, just to make sure it keeps me on track. So that's why those are the two that I'm basically going with at the minute. Now, obviously, there's a lot going on in the background to try and get things sorted out. The ball is rolling, but like I say, I've got a team there from Liverpool John Moores. Now, there is footage from Liverpool John Moores, which I've not had time to piece together, so I do apologise. So the next video that you'll see coming out, which will probably be like Sunday, that'll be an update on the fact what happened at Liverpool John Moores. Okay, so all the footage will be pieced together. There is a ton of footage, so I'm going to go through it, cut it all down, and then basically get it to a good length and make sure that you see what's important. Because the university, when I get my words out correctly, what we agreed was that we'd do some research behind this, because there's nothing out there for a quad amputee to show what you need to do for an Ironman. If someone was to come off the street, Joe blogs or whoever, there's research out there to show what you need to do as an able-bodied person. For someone who's probably a double amp, a single amp, things like that, but for a quad amp, it's a whole different ball game. Nutrition-wise, training-wise, what we need to do in the pool's fine. Like I said, that's just more maintenance at the minute. Being a swimmer for 12 years, the swimming's not a problem. The bike and the marathon, that's a whole different ball game. So that's why at the minute, those are the two focus elements to get ready for obviously September time. Now, the way we've looked at it is the transition from swim to bike and bike to run. I'll get to the running bit in a minute, because you might be like, run? No. that's going to be a different story. There's a 15-minute transition phase, so half an hour in total to get between the swim to bike and bike to run. That's the transition time, so split it up to 15 minutes for each transition. The other thing is as well, for the marathon and for the bike bit, we were going to use prosthetics. However, that's completely changed, so it is going to be a hand bike. So it's a recumbent bike, so arms, and then the marathon is going to be done in a racing wheelchair. So it's all upper body. There's no backing down from this now because everything's ready to go, and it's just about putting the training in place to get to that point. You might be like, are you mad, Lyndon? Yes, I'm flipping am mad, but hey ho. Like I say, this is one thing that I'm going for, and the reason for this is to show that this is an identity purpose, to show I'm not just a swimmer. There are other things that I've got my eyes set on challenge-wise to push me to that next level. So that's why this is the starting point to go, do you know what? I am going to push this. Yes, the university's setting all the training sessions. Absolutely not a problem, but I'm the one that's got to do this. So every session at the minute is by myself, whether that's in the gym, whether that's in the bike, whether that's in the pool. But the coaches are there to reach out to for that. Now, the reason for that is because obviously it's difficult to find a group that would actually train. Now, I can train in the gym with people, the bike sessions and things like that you can train with, but the whole event itself is based around me doing it to show that you don't have to battle things by yourself. You can literally go out there and request the help when it is needed. So we don't want you to suffer in silence. That is not what it's designed to do. It's designed to push me mentally and physically to say, do you know what? Yes, this is the hardest things I've ever done. At the minute, I'm 9 weeks in. So this is week 9. Now, I'm not going to say too much about training at the minute, but I have just done a 3K time trial today, which was done in around 1 hour and 11 minutes, which is not too bad. Probably a little bit quick, but to be honest with you, the thing what I've said is, you know what? We need to just work out the pace of what we need to go to make sure that this is done within that 24-hour time frame. So I've got a few things written down on my iPad, okay? So where we're up to, like I've said, this is week 9, and this is the second 5-week block that I'm into. So 3 weeks in, I've got another 2 weeks left of this block, and then we go into a downward phase, and then back into the next block. Now, training is ramping up all the time, so it is getting pretty tough. My body's struggling at the minute. I've had, this week I've been to Bristol for meningitis to do some charity work and basically work out what we're doing with regards to support for that. I've also been to Birmingham. Now, you might be like, why have you been to Birmingham? Like, honestly, this week's just been absolutely mental. Been to Birmingham to basically get stuff done for the marathon chair. Fitted, designed, making sure all the measurements are correct, make sure I'm going to fit, and it can be built to my specific needs. So that is great. We're on the roll with that. The other thing that was sorted, so I managed to find a hand bike on eBay, which is absolutely amazing. So that's in the works now to basically get sorted out and finalised, and then we'll be all good to go for the hand bike. The other thing as well, God help me, but I have put in now for a triathlon. Yeah, you heard it here. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do a triathlon in May. Not a sprint. This is going to be a full triathlon that's going to be there to push us to see where we're at that time. So, yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. But like I say, at the minute, I am hurting. My body's killing me at the minute, but we're getting there. Like I say, travelling and things like that, as you know, as an athlete, it takes it out of you. So that's why it's just making the most of that recovery phase when you go through that. Like I say, handbike's done, marathon chair's done. Estimated build is around about 16 weeks once everything's put through, payments are sorted and things like that. So that's currently one thing that we're trying to get ready. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it's ready for the triathlon. If not, the handbike should definitely be ready, and then we can just see where we're at and what we do for the marathon bit. Well, it's not a marathon. It's a different distance for a triathlon. Okay, this is my first ever triathlon. So I've never done a triathlon before, but I said, you know what, we need to do it. Like, it is something that I need to do. My physiologist has said it, Nick, and if I don't do it, we're going to go completely blind into this. Don't get me wrong, we are going completely blind because, like I say, this is just trial and error and seeing where training's at, heart rate wise, swimming wise, bike wise, making sure that we're in a comfortable position to go through this, to push it to the absolute point of saying we can do this in 24 hours. I know it's going to be hard. This, at the minute, if I was to tell you now, I would take swimming all day, because this is to a point now where it's like, oh my God, this is like the hardest thing I've ever done. But I've said I've just got to get through this, get past these next few weeks, and I'll be absolutely fine. How is training, you might ask? Like I've already said, it's hard, don't get me wrong, because all the sessions are by yourself, and mentally you have to be switched on for that. It isn't something what is easy to get your head around. You go into every session going, I've got a 3k time trial to do by myself, or I've got a bike session to do. Put it this way, the other week I did an hour and 10 minutes on the bike, and that was by myself, headphones on, and I just need to keep my head down and just get it done, basically. Managed to cover 30.6k in that hour and 10 minutes, which is amazing, and I hit a new PB within the hour, which is tremendous. But like I say, my body is now at a point of like, get me to the next 2 weeks, because honestly, we're hurting, but we're just going to fight through it and get to the end. What's to come? So like I say, vlog wise, these are aiming to be out every week. That's the aim. So there's going to be 2 a week, 1 midweek, and then probably 1 on a weekend. But we'll see how things go. If there's other stuff that I need to release, then obviously I'll get that out as well. The other thing is I'll keep you updated with where the triathlon is, and obviously what's going on with that, and we'll get footage from that as well. There will be some footage going in from training. It's just pretty tough because obviously I'm training by myself, so I've got to make sure that everything's all done and not getting other people in the footage and things like that. There is another video, like I've said at the start, that this will come out afterwards, after this one. So the next video will be all the footage that came from Liverpool John Moores, to give you an insight as to the research, what we're doing, and to show how hard it is. What I am going to do is every week we'll give you a breakdown of the training that I've done, to give you an overview of what distance has been covered in the pool, on the bike, the gym sessions, things like that. So things will ramp up, and like I say, I'll do my best to get these out, and that's my aim now, to just get these out to show physically where I'm at, mentally where I'm at. But I have to say, and Nick asked me this the other night, which I've got a clip from, which I'll put in this video, so I'll let you watch that. And now it's currently, what day is it? 27th of Jan. I nearly said Feb. Be my life. I have been up for like over 12 hours. So we've currently just signed up for British Triathlon, because we're doing an event on the 18th of May.
Well, we think it's going to be a good idea to do something that is under race conditions. Yeah. And we know this triathlon in particular is flat. And we need a flat one.
No, it's flat, isn't it?
Flat. Yeah, it's flat. Pretty flat.
Yeah. So basically, what we've decided is we get the British Triathlon membership, which is done.
You didn't even get half price, did you?
No, I didn't. Shocking. But hey, hope British Triathlon don't see this. But hey, so now we're just sending an email, and Nick's writing the email out and just put, also, what have you put?
No, I've said that you're going to this you want to do the competition because you want to prepare yourself for the Ironman that you're doing in September.
Yeah.
As explained, because I tried to speak to one on the phone before Christmas and I couldn't catch the lady's name, and I said, I explained on the phone, Lyndon has never done a triathlon before, and added to this, he also doesn't really have any limbs.
And to me, obviously it's 2025. You don't know what you can and can't put, so I'm basically going, put it, but then it's like...
Or do we not put it?
No, because they need to know.
Why?
Well, they might just think I'm an able-bodied person and just put me in.
But that's fine.
Well, I think we stipulate that we've got a disability.
Do we?
Yeah. You wouldn't fill in a form for a job application and put down not disabled.
Well, I don't put that.
Not disabled.
I know.
So no, no, like I wouldn't fill in a job application and just go, do you have a disability? No.
But it's not... Okay. Does what? So do we say he also doesn't really have any limbs? What? How do you phrase?
I think instead
Do you
of
just
putting
have
any
an
limbs, just put
impairment?
a physical impairment, being a quad amputee.
Hasn't really done a triathlon before, and
is a quad amputee.
Is a
Quad amp.
Amputee. They might not know what amp is.
I think it's an amplifier.
He's a walking soundbox. As I explained on the phone, Lyndon has never done a triathlon before and he's a quad amputee. So
this is the fun when you've been up for like seeing 2 9 o'clocks, 2 8 o'clocks, like well over 12 hours. So I'm exhausted. Because I left mine 4:30 this morning to go to Stroud to work with meningitis now, hence why I'm in the bright orange hoodie.
Can't miss him.
Nope, like a tangerine. Team Tangerine. That's the hashtag, by the way.
Team Tangerine.
Team Tangerine. So if you wear orange, hashtag Team Tangerine.
Team Tangerine is Blackpool Football Club. Oh. You can't, they've already taken
I didn't ask that.
Is it just called a race bike?
Hand bike, just put hand bike.
Hand cycle and
Marathon race chair.
Race chair.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll send this off. I think if we request to go in the first swim heat, so then we've got a bit of a clearer
because
bike
he's trampled
route.
onto her.
And also, if you're in that heat, there will be slower swimmers, which might mean you're out before most of them, which will be hilarious. What is your... Actually, that's a good idea, actually. What would your 1,500 metre time be, roughly?
1,000 I've done in 20 minutes.
So maybe 40 minutes.
No.
You're in open water.
Half an hour.
35. It's cold.
Right, well, 35 minutes.
And it's a good chance to try your wetsuit on and get used to transition. Do you need someone to help you take your wetsuit off?
Yeah.
Matt can do that. I'm not doing it.
I never asked you to.
1,500 metres takes him around 35 minutes. We are unsure of the rest.
Yeah. I would say the bike could be...
What did we do the other day on the hand cycle?
Hand cycle in an hour and 10 minutes was 30.6k.
But that's with no weather, no uneven service.
Indoors. Yeah.
It's very controlled, isn't it?
It's a controlled environment.
But even if you did 20k an hour, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I reckon it could be about an hour and a half to an hour 45. And I think this will give an indication, hopefully, see what happens tomorrow, because tomorrow we've got fitting for the bike, the marathon chair, and then fingers crossed if they say tomorrow that the build time is going to be before then, even if it's like a week before, where it's like we've got it, that would then give an indication as to this is the distance what we've got, this is the predicted time for where we're at.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because if you were doing the standard, your bike's 40k. So really...
Yeah, so it's a 1,500 metres. So for anyone that's watching, it doesn't know what a triathlon is. So the standard triathlon, it's what, Nick?
What do you do?
I'm asking a general question because I know the Ironman distance is
so
not a triathlon.
1,500 metre swim, and on this triathlon we're in open water.
Yeah.
And then you're straight onto the bike, kilometres on your bike.
Yeah, and then what's the run?
10.
What?
10.
K. That's fine.
Could walk that. With your legs on.
Mate, I'll be in spasms by the end.
But 40k, you're looking at about 2.5 hours to do your bike, aren't you? Hand cycle. 20k an hour.
Hour 45.
What if it's blowing a gale? It's on the front. You'll go really fast one way.
like boost of cars. Not going out.
Turbo. The snail.
The snail.
And then 10k run, so 10k on your race chair.
Yeah, which
We don't know that.
we are going completely blind with this, and obviously that week leading up to. My mind's gone blank. This event, the Friday. So this is going to be on the Sunday, correct?
Yeah.
The Friday, I've got a test, which is a VO2 max set. Which is going to be delightful.
Got one in a couple of weeks, haven't we?
Thanks for the memory.
40k bike.
So yeah, we're gonna end it for Monday because I am exhausted and I'm flagging a bit now. We're gonna send this email and then
in the day to actually make sure my weight's staying on. So there's a lot going on. It's a lot to get my head around, but that's what I'm here for, and that's why I've said it needs to actually be monitored to keep track of everything along the way. Massage, physio, and what I would say is obviously the Woodland Hospital in Darlington. Obviously, they have been absolutely tremendous in offering support for this, so I can't thank them enough, which is why I'm going to say a huge thank you to those guys, because, like I say, when you're going through this by yourself, yes, it's self-funded. Everything that I'm doing is self-funded through this, so, like I say, the charity is aware that it's basically any money that comes in. The aim is for this to raise 30k, that's the aim, but if I need to pull stuff out, which I do, and obviously was 10k, for the bikes, that's what needs to be pulled out to make sure that we can cover it and make sure it's all feasible. So there's a lot of financials going on, but that's what you have to do when you have to get to the top level and make sure you want to do a challenge that's basically there. And yeah, I'm just going to end by saying these will be coming out weekly, 2 weekly, might even be 3 weekly, but if you keep up to date, which I'll drop in the description box below, I'll put the handles to all my social medias, so at least then you can keep up to date. So a lot of the times they'll be on stories, Twitter, trying to get back into that, and yeah, just going to see where this leads. So follow along for the journey. I will leave the link for the donation page as well, so if you want to leave a donation, absolutely appreciate that. But everything will be on the website as well. So I'm just going to say now, make sure you leave a like rating on this video. Let me know as well what you want to see through this training process, just to give me an idea of like, oh, can we get an insight to this? Can we get an insight to that? Absolutely fine. Just give us some ideas if that is what you want to see along the way. And yeah, sub to the channel, leave a like rating, and obviously turn on the notification bell as well, because then at least then you'll be notified when a new video goes out. And obviously they will be posted on social media, so you'll be able to follow it along from there. So yeah, going to be a lot. Welcome to 2025. I know it's a bit late, but fair enough. But I'll catch you all in the next one.